back to my channel. My name is Johanna and this is Eye on the Craft, where we do everything crafting related. If you like what you see and would like to join my family, please subscribe and ring the little bell so that you can get notified every time I upload a video. I do every kind of craft. If I find something new, something interesting, I will do something about it and upload a video of me doing it and trying it out. That includes makeup, so you will see some makeup videos on my channel, because I do believe that makeup is a craft, since it has tools and materials like any other craft. Okay, with that said, I'd love for you to join my family, and again, if you could please subscribe and hit notifications so that you can receive notice every time I upload a video. So once again, welcome. Today I am going to make a double stand for makeup storage. And this comes from a YouTube DIY from Life at 50 and Beyond. And Josie is the one who came up with this idea. She started doing it as a caddy for like a buffet table. I am going to do a little variation of that because it'll have 2 tiers and it will be on top of a Lazy Susan, I think this is called, right? Now this is an old Lazy Susan. It's been around for a while that I just painted to cover up some stains of old paint and glue. And I painted it hot pink because it matches the hot pink touches in my craft room, which is where I also do my makeup. So let's start with that. You need a Lazy Susan, or if you don't have one and can't find one, you can buy 2 pie tins at the Dollar Tree, a bag of marbles, and put them in there, put the other pen on top, and it will turn round and round as if it were a Lazy Susan. So you can do that as well. I do have this one that I've used for my ceramics before, and I just painted it to make it look a little better. You also need 2 of these serving trays that you find in the party aisle where all the acrylic serving pieces are. They call it the wedding section, but really this is just clear ceramic serving platters. Okay, so you need 2 of these, one for the bottom, one for the top. You're going to need 2 of the paper towel holders. My camera is falling. Here we go. 2 of the paper towel holders. You're going to need zip ties, E6000, your glue gun, and a pair of wire cutters. Okay, so first thing I need to do in my case over here is turn on my glue gun. Okay, so let's see if I remember exactly how she did this. So you put the first one, and the second one comes right over top like this, right, like that. And of course it has to be, that's why I like to do it on a surface, because it can't go too low or it won't sit flush. Can't go too high, that won't work, because then the platter won't sit flush. Try this and see. Yep. It does sit flush right there. So that will work. So now you're supposed to take your zip ties and kind of, you don't want to stay. Why won't you stay? Okay. So I'm going to try this one-handed, or do this halfway so that then I can adjust. But it has to be like one in front of the other so that you have, there you go. You see, I don't know if you can see from that angle. They have to be one in front of the other. If you have anything wobbly like this, it's not going to work. So one in front of the other so that it's straight up and down. And I'm going to do one up at the top. And again, I'm not tightening them all the way because I need to be able to adjust until I get them perfectly exactly how I want it. I'll do it right at the top, right there. Just, it has to be straight in the middle and one in front of the other. And I'm putting all the connectors towards the inside, and I'm going to cut them off now that they are where I want it to be. All right, now the next thing she said to do was to put hot glue on it, but I think I'm going to also add a little bit of E6000 so that it I guess glues to the metal, because we know that our hot glue is really not going to do anything for the metal. We know that part. But I just want to make sure that that's not going to move. So I'm just going to put that in there. And then I tend to do that a lot when I'm dealing with these kinds of things, these DIYs. I mix both of them unless I don't plan to use it and I'm just doing it because it's interesting and I want to see how it works. Then I do only use the glue gun so that I can break it apart later and reuse the materials. Okay, yeah, this is warm enough. I'm going to put if you check in my my video list, you'll see that I've done a couple of Josie's Life 50 and Beyond projects because I just absolutely love her stuff, her organizers, and they're all in use. Her organizers are fantastic. I have the glue gun stand, that's what I use, and I have my paint rack that is hanging on the side of my paint cart, and it is basically one of her organization racks that she did with cooling racks and the pencil holders and organizers for drawers that are wire that they have at Dollar Tree. All this stuff is Dollar Tree. You can find all this at Dollar Tree. This was straight and now it's not. All right. So now we have this done. So I'm going to set this aside for a minute to let it dry for a bit. And I'm going to use this one for the bottom. And I'm going to glue this on the bottom of my tray. And this is going to go basically on the inside. I think it works perfectly on the inside. So I'm going to put some, well, first I'm going to put some E6000 because this one I'm going to use, so I want it nice and sturdy. It looks kind of gooey. There's no helping that, unfortunately. And since they're both plastic, the hot glue does help seal it a little better. And then with the E6000, it won't snap off the way that hot glue usually does after a while. And there it is. And it goes around beautifully. All right. Now, back to this. This goes right in the middle. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to let this dry for a little bit, and I'm going to put some weight on it so that it'll stay down and glue down. And then I'll come back and put the top. And now that I'm looking at it for the first time actually put together, I'm going to find something to cover this down here to cover up all the glue and make it a little bit more stable to put stuff on. So I will be right back. I'm back. It's dried down, and what I've done is I cut a piece of foam core board in the same size. What I did was I put the foam core board and I traced the size, cut it down, cut in the middle to get it right around this, and wrapped it in some paper, nicely glued down. And then when I put it on, I just put a ribbon around the edge to trim it out so that it looked nice. That's all. And that way I don't have to worry about seeing the base and the glue and all that. So now it looks pretty. Okay, so all that's left now is to glue this one down. And we're going to do the same thing. Any hot glue, I'm going to lift a little bit so that you can see. I'm only going to do and once again, I'm going to put some weight on it and wait for a couple of minutes before I put anything on it, but it is pretty much done. And you can see that is what it looks like from that angle. And we have the top layer. So there it is. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes when it dries off a little. And I'll load it up with my makeup stuff and you can see what it looks like. I'll be right back. Okay, and here it is all loaded up with all my makeup. Not sure if you can see all that's in here, but I basically have all my brushes, my setting sprays. It is a little wobbly on the top, which I'm not quite sure why, and I will figure that out because Josie's did not come out that wobbly. So I will figure that one out, but it fits absolutely everything that I use on my palettes, which I hold in napkin holders. These, you know, foundations, concealers, blushes, bronzers, primers, brushes, everything that I use on a daily basis is here. Other things that I don't use daily, I do have a drawer unit where I put all that, but this is what I use on a daily basis to get ready, and I can just, you know, reach and grab what I need and it's all right there. I had it in a long tray, which took up a lot of space. This will take up a lot less space because now I'm going up. So there it is, my makeup rotating organizer unit, and I am very happy with it. And even the wobbling, I will figure out what went on there and fix it. So wobble and all, I really do like it, and I think it's going to be very, very practical for me. So that's it for me. And if you really want to see a lot more of this kind of stuff, go check out Life After 50 and Beyond, and check Josie out. She has a lot of fantastic ideas for organizers, and it's just really worth taking a look. They're easy to make and put together, and you saw how simple it was to put together. So that's it for me. You have a good one, rest of your day or evening, and I will see you next time. In the meantime, keep your eye on the craft.